Just a little disclaimer, a lot of things that were in the patch notes, I cannot find an option for the emote wheel or even how to build the poison gas trap, so I can't show that off in the video, so this video is pretty much just going to be me on a Plesiosaur. Alright guys, we're back. Today I'm bringing you the patch notes from patch 180.1 to 181.0. So we're starting off with 180.1. Fix for supply crates, sometimes spawning at the world origin. Fixed inability to harvest certain resources. Fixed inability to find nearby foundations when building. Changed bullet/projectile damage multiplier on flyers to 4 times rather than 6 times. Decreased mountain and underwater crystal resource amounts by 50%. That brings us to 180.2. You can now properly attach C4 to enemy structures again. Eliminated the last edge cases with inability to melee attack structures from certain angles. Supply crates will no longer get stuck on trees. Fixed the case where flyers will fall out of the air if saved in a flying state. In PvE, you can no longer steal food from strangers' crop plots. Fixed floating hands outside of your dino after mounting it. 180.3, about a 25% GPU performance gain. There was a glitch that caused about 25% of your GPU's processing power to just sit there idle. That brings us to 1080.4. Stone water tank is now crafted by hand, not at a smithy. Fixed an issue where various animations weren't updating out of the view on clients. Claiming a dino now properly sets its new personal owner data. Hitting stuff with the spyglass and flare gun is now like punching with your fist. 8 damage per hit and hurts you slightly. Fixed issue where pillars were sometimes not being considered foundations. Fixed massive stall associated with periodic garbage collection. Added custom saddles for the Argentavis and the turtle. Spike blockades no longer hurt you through walls. Made wild megalodons charge speed slower. Reduced the length of the Ptero's grab animation. Fixed the case where you could get killed riding your flyer on certain slopes. Added a lot of missing environmental ambient sounds. Harvest amount multiplier and harvest health multiplier server settings now work. 20% GPU performance gain. Fixed harvesting impact decals that weren't appearing. Exposed most current server settings to the host game UI. You can't mount dinos through walls anymore. Building walls can now be embedded in geometry more, providing more ways to place them. In 1080.41, freshly installed single players no longer have zeroed out local/host gameplay settings and added reset to defaults for local/host gameplay setting. 1080.42, fixed blacktop a screen when there's heavy fog on low post-processing settings. That leads us to the final patch, 181.0. Re-enabled official ARK server item uploads to Steam inventory. Official servers are now upgraded to the equivalent of 2 difficulty rather than 1. Added 2 more player and dino levels to get more engrams for the new goodies. Shader model 4 for DirectX 9 and DirectX 10 mode now looks a ton better with proper light intensities, shadows, and night lighting and dynamic lighting. They added the Plesiosaur and the Ichthyosaurus. I don't know about that one. Players are no longer allowed to carry more than 20% over their maximum inventory weight, as this was otherwise exploitable when standing on dinosaurs. AFK kick timers at spawn/respawn screen. Server configurable. Default at 40 minutes. Structure paint effects look much better and fully covers the surface. Preparation for tomorrow's Mac and Linux game releases. Removed weight limits on smithy, fabricator, and any other structures while accidentally still having them. Configurable server autosave intervals. Pipes and cables are no longer considered enemy foundations that prevent building nearby. Obelisk terminals no longer get an auto demolish timer. Sabertooth level up damage scaling has been reduced by 50%. In online PvP, use of sleeping bags now triggers cooldowns to all your sleeping bags. Taming with higher taming affinity now increases base level of your dino up to 50% if 100% effective, improving its base statistics. Added missing mammoth dossier. Using Spyglass now shows floating HUD of dinosaurs, players, and structures that you are directly pointing at for long-range reconnaissance. C4 can now be placed and detonated underwater. Buff timers no longer appear to reset when you relog in. Dragging a body no longer removes your first-person view hands. Various minor bug fixes. New structure being the poison gas trap. They added an emote wheel. Non-violent taming method for the Ichthyosaurus. Mod makers can now override the minimap and spawn regions. Clamped how much harvesting damage you can do to a resource to remaining health health of the resource. So my theory explained in a previous video where I stated that overkilling resources was possible and it would cause you to get more materials than the game wanted you to get, turned out to be true and they patched it. That's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the YouTube logo on the top right corner of the screen to subscribe. On the left will be my previous video, and on the right will be a link to my real life dinosaur dossier video. Links to my Twitter and Twitch will be in the description. Peace.